it is believed nowadays in this culture that birth is inherently dangerous and that it always needs medical attention to guarantee the safety of it and good outcomes. But in truth, birth is not even a medical event. It is a life event. It is a manifestation of life coming through wanting to make sure that the species is continuing. And we can see that throughout nature. Most of life actually does come through without any help at all. And human beings are not the exception. Human beings, if left alone, if respected, if they are given a proper space, and that would include the trust of the process, which might require time and might require nourishment and just safety, a feeling of safety, will actually develop itself and progress in the optimal way possible. And of course, the myth of birth being a risky medical event has to be debunked. Because, first of all, as I said, it is not a medical event. It may have elements that at some point may be connected. And yes, there are tools that we can know, and we can learn how to take blood pressure, and we can learn how to read lab tests, and yes, keep a check on the health, just to accompany its process, to be able to say, okay, everything is going well. Oh no, let's improve upon this. Very well. But that is very different from saying that it is inherently dangerous and that it has to be controlled by a team of doctors who are, first of all, pathologists, people who are mostly focusing on pathology. The midwifery practices from millennia in this world of human beings has been almost eradicated in most countries that are of the first world, countries that have been in contact with direct application of science and hospitals and health services that are considered modern, have mostly eradicated midwifery. And even then, most women have a voice inside that says, why is it that this doesn't convince me? I feel like my child is fine. Why are they telling me that there is a problem? Because this tiny little detail that usually at the next consultation gets debunked. Oh, no, it was now it's all fine. They won't even say it was a mistake. They'll say it improved. And the woman inside, the woman who is connected with her own body and with her child and with her instincts and her intuition, oftentimes it's like, why is it that I'm not so convinced? And of course, many times, since we are human beings in this modern world, our brain gets worried, we become anxious, and we want the best for our child. So of course, women will do anything for the well-being of their child, their children, and their birth process. They're willing to give it up. They're willing to sacrifice themselves. Cut me open. I don't care as long as my baby's fine. And I think there's quite a bit of hidden cruelty that is not really meant to be cruel. The doctors, the medical system, that's not their intention. But there is quite a bit of cruelty inherent to the process, because the women are suffering anxiety. They are being, they're walking around tic-tacking as a bomb. They're made to feel like anything could go wrong with you and your baby at any moment. And that cannot be healthy. So to conclude this question about why is society considering birth a medical event that needs to be controlled, it's because it hasn't been fully and completely understood. They're only looking at one little bit, and by looking and focusing only on that, it gets magnified, and that's all you can see. But at this point, it's very important to look at the other parts of birth, allow them to be magnified, and actually acknowledge the fact that if you focus on the instinctive, intuitive, supportive, and respectful way of giving birth, the outcome will be not to us who believe in it surprisingly good, but even to the medical system and the medical doctors. They oftentimes have the humility to say, wow, it really did not need all the things I was about to do. It did not need it. The woman and the baby did it themselves, or given the support, they were able to, go through their process without all the paraphernalia and all the tools and just the elements of modern obstetrics.